Good morning, it's Maani with Phoenix Tactical Solutions. Today we're going to do a quick review on the SVS 6 US optics, 1:6 low power variable optic. First of all, let's get into the rifle. This is a California compliant rifle. As you can see, it's got a fin where the pistol grip is because in California they don't want us to be able to wrap our thumb around the grip. It's got a fixed stock. It's been disabled permanently. I got a new pin system in there so you cannot adjust the stock. We can't have flash hiders, so I got a comp on it. That's an in-force light, which I love their products. So let's get into it. Now, you can read up on the specs on this thing all day online. So I'm just going to get into my wish list. Let's talk about the rheostat, the red dot dial. So it's got 1 to 10 settings. As you rotate the knob, there is no pronounced tactile feel to any going from 1 to 2. There's absolutely no feedback. So I wish it had that, and more importantly, I wish it had a dead space between each setting. So for example, if I run this at 8 setting, I wish before and after it was a dead space, so all I do is either go forward 1 when I pick up the rifle or back 1 to get to 8. Nitpicking, who cares? It does its job. Now, as far as the windage and elevation, you have a tactile feel to it, but it's not really crisp. You don't get that nice feedback. So when you're making adjustments, make sure you go slowly because you could go 2 at a time. It's got 0.2 of a mil adjustment at 100. So what does that mean? Basically, 1 mil at 100 is 3.6 inches. 0.2 adjustment means every click is for windage and elevation is 0.72 inches, almost 3/4 of an inch. My wish list for this would be if it had 1/10 adjustments, which would be 0.36. So every click, elevation or windage would be 0.36. Now, I know on their newer offerings, on their lower end optics, they have a mil reticle and an MOA adjustments, because 1/4 MOA click at 100 is 2.25 inches, so they wanted a more exact adjustment when you're zeroing it. So that's on that. The throw lever is fantastic. You gotta put some elbow grease into it to turn it. It's not too tough, it's not too easy, which is good because you don't want to inadvertently take it off the setting that you have. Now, and the settings are just marked 1 to 6. There's no 2, 3, 4, 5, but who cares? I don't care. I'm either using it at 1 or just cranking it up. Now it's a low power variable optic. I can do everything I do with my MRO or my aim point with this at 300 yards. Where this shines, obviously, with bad eyes as you get older, and more importantly, with positive ID of the threat. What else can I tell you? It's sitting on an LT 104. I keep forgetting the name of it. LT 104 Leroux tactical mount, which is 1.5 inch height, which is the top of the rail to the center of the reticle is 1.5 inches. Now I wish I had the LT 135, which sits higher, obviously. So from the base, from the top of the rail to the middle of the reticle, it's 1.93 inches, which is mostly used for if you're mounting a laser or an illuminator on your rifle, which I don't, but I have a bad neck, so I wish I had that higher mount. Now, we got a 3.5 inch eye relief on this. Close up, it's just as fast as an aim point or an MRO or a no magnification optic. It's just a training issue. I'm going to post videos of me shooting this at close up at 100 yards, zeroing it at 50 and going 329 yards. So you'll see it does everything an aim point can do at close up. Obviously I have to get that perfect mount, snap it into action and get that perfect cheek weld all the time, which is again a training issue. It's no big deal. It's great glass quality. I haven't shot it at night to know what kind of light transmission I get through it at night. I'm sure it's going to be way better than my aim point. Obviously they're known for their rugged optics. This is a 14.5 inch barrel on this. It's got a fixed pinned and welded comp on it. So there you have it. Thanks for watching. So we're zeroing my US optics what is it called? SVS 6, 1 to 6. We're at 50 yards. Sean, you want to zoom in? Tell me when you're ready.
Go.
Rifle's clear.
Does it
Pick it up and
good
let's
from
go.
here?
There's the group. I'm happy with it. Sean, what do you think?
That's pretty damn good. A little windy too out.
Believe it or not, guys, those were the first 3 shots we took. I had already kind of dialed it in a few weeks ago, and today we came in and this is my first 3 shots. 100 yards, US Optics, SVS 1 to 6. We're gonna go for that steel 6-inch plate. Okay, going. It's on its side. So we're gonna go for one of those silhouette targets. I think it's a Ram. It's 329 yards. I've ranged it. Let's see, can we see it? Yes. Hit. 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 So it does its job if you're doing your job. .44.